Well, today is the day of the main event, because after months of hard work and careful preparation, now is the time to start the engine for the first time after all the work I've done, which has included removing the cylinder head, hardened valve seats, because I replaced the clutch and this happened, blown between cylinders 1 and 2. So the cylinder head had to come off, and whilst I was at it I suspected some of the valves had burnt out, which they had. It was the exhaust valves. So I've had hardened valve seats, I've cleaned the valves up, new valve stem seals, because it did smoke on the overrun at high speed. So now it's the moment of truth. I'm ready to fire it up, and fingers crossed it will, and there'll be no problems. I am quite excited and nervous at the same time. Checked the oil, filled the radiator up with water. As you can see, I've done a lot of cleaning, painted all the engine block, because all this came off the two manifolds, starter motor down there, dynamo down there as well. So I've cleaned all them up, checked the brushes, etc., painted them, basically done everything while I could access it. I've done some checks beforehand, of course, such as when I refitted the rocker gear, turn the engine over on the starting handle just to check for any problems. I've also did it over on the starter motor with the plugs out to get the oil pressure up and observe. But now the plugs are in, everything's wired up. Let's see what happens. Pull the choke out. Well, I never. Oil pressure straight up. Probably a bit smoky because I poured a lot of oil down the bores when I was working on it, because of course being cleaned they were quite dry, so that will be burning off along with all the other oil I use for assembly. But bloody hell, first turn of the key, fantastic oil pressure. That lit up. Well, it is cold oil pressure, of course, so you would expect it to be quite high. So now, all that's left to do is, once it's thoroughly hot, and I shall be giving it a run to warm it through thoroughly, all that's left to do then is re-torque the cylinder head down when hot, and check the valve clearances again when hot. That's the air cleaner, that'll be going back on. Cover that up. Get out before I end up being gassed. It's a nice high tick over. Let's see. Slight water leak there, but that's to be expected because it's a new course. Push that in a bit more. super snipe. Lives again. It's a shame you can't see all the working parts of the engine because there's so much going on inside there. It's a shame we can't see them. Anyway, I am very happy with that. Very, very pleased indeed. Very pleased indeed. Just turn of the key. Fantastic. Right, well, stay tuned for more videos on the Humber, other cars, and thanks for watching.